I often hear people tell me, I don't want to be a muscle because I don't want to look like those huge bodybuilders. What they don't understand is that those guys take steroids to get that big. Even if you wanted to, building muscle does not happen overnight. It's a process where nutrition, weightlifting, recovery, dedication, and time come together as a whole. Today, I will explain to you the 4 critical points required to build muscle and strength in the smallest amount of time. Most of the info provided in this video comes from Mark Ripptoes' book called Practical Programming for Strength Training. This is not a review of the book, simply sharing great information for building muscle and strength. I highly recommend it. Before we start, what tips do you have for someone trying to build muscle? Write it down in the comments below. First, you have to figure out your total BMR. This is the calories you burn in a day. I made a video talking about this and how to calculate it in the basics for weight loss. Link will be in the description. Number 1. Caloric surplus, protein, vitamins, and sleep. Caloric surplus means you have to eat more calories than what your body needs in order to maintain its current weight. You do this by adding 500 calories more to your total BMR. I'm going to use me as an example. I'm supposed to eat 3,000 calories to maintain my weight at 180 pounds. Now 3,000 calories plus 500 calories equals to 3,500 calories every day to build muscle. A 1,000 calorie surplus is recommended for the skinny guys who struggle to gain weight, but once they've gained a pretty good amount of weight, then it's a good idea to drop down to 500 calories a day to minimize as much fat as possible. Take at least 1 gram of protein per body weight. This is enough for muscle growth and it has worked for decades. So if you weigh 130 pounds, you have to consume at least 130 grams of protein a day. Eat a good amount of fruits and vegetables so that you can have the vitamins and minerals to aid your training and help you with recovery. You can also buy vitamins and minerals at your local store. Even though it's been proven by many studies that vitamins and minerals do not extend your lifespan, we can at least take them to help us aid our training. Sleep is one of the most important factors when building muscle. It's recommended to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day in order to function properly and aid recovery for your training. Put it this way, you don't build muscle and strength at the gym. You do it while you recover, which means getting enough rest. This way, the body recovers and adapts, which will build muscle and strength. A number of physiological changes occur while we sleep, so make sure you get enough rest or else you will not build muscle or strength and you can risk the chances of injury. Make sure you consume enough water throughout the day because water is important when it comes to recovery. The more active you are, the more water you need. It's recommended to take 1 liter of water for 1,000 calories burned. So if you burn 2,000 calories a day, you'll need roughly 3/4 of a gallon. Number 2. Choose the right exercises. If your goal is to build muscle fast, you have to choose movements that require more muscle involvement. This is why I like barbell exercises. The best movements for building muscle and strength are deadlifts, low bar squats, overhead press, and the bench press. These are called the core lifts or parent lifts because they are the best to build strength and muscle. The deadlift and the low bar squat are the best low body exercises for glutes, hamstrings, quads, lats, and low back. These 2 exercises are not only the best for lower body strength, but the entire body as a whole. The overhead press and the bench press are the best movements for upper body strength. The bench press works the chest, triceps, biceps, delts, forearms, lats, and quads if you use proper leg drive. The overhead press works the delts, upper chest, triceps, biceps, and upper back. Don't worry about adding ab exercises to your routine. These 4 movements provide enough ab workout since a strong core is required for heavy lifting. The best things about these 4 exercises is that it mimics natural human movement, which will help you with day-to-day tasks. All it takes is 3 days out of the week with a day of rest in between workouts. These exercises are better than any other machine at the gym since these machines place you into a fixed position, which the body does not like. That's why I don't train in the gym, because most well-known gyms are sales facilities. They are in for a profit, so they want to make things uncomplicated by providing machines that are simple to use. But when it comes to building a strong body, the best movements are done with barbells, which have to be taught and practiced. There are 2 disadvantages for these lifts. Number 1, there's high risk of injury if they are done incorrectly, since it uses a lot of muscle. Proper form has to be constant. And number 2, it's hard to find a gym that has the proper or enough equipment for these lifts, since most gyms are made up of machines. You have to nail down proper form before adding weight to the bar, or else you risk a serious injury. There are plenty of how-tos for these exercises. I recommend watching Mark Ripptoes tutorials on these lifts. I will be making a video teaching proper form for these lifts in the future. Number 3. Reps, sets, and rest. The best approach for beginners is a 5x5 strong lift or a 3x5 starting strength program. I recommend starting out with strong lifts 5x5, and once the weight gets too hard to do a 5x5, then you taper down to a 3x5. Only switch programs after you properly take the correct steps to break a simple plateau. I will be making a separate video on how to break plateaus. 5x5 means 5 sets of 5 reps. A set is a group of consecutive repetitions, and a rep is one complete motion of an exercise. Let's take push push-ups for example. Let's say you have to do 5 sets of 12 reps for push-ups with 1 minute of rest. You begin your first set by doing 12 push-ups. Rest for a minute and you'll begin set number 2 and do another 12 push-ups. Take another minute of rest and you keep on going until you complete all 5 sets. This is what it means to do a 5x5 or a 3x5 program. 5 sets of 5 reps or 3 sets of 5 reps on all lifts except for the deadlift, in which you'll be doing 1 set of 5 reps due to its high intensity. Once you have learned the proper form of all 4 movements with an empty bar, you can start adding weight to the bar. For men, 5 to 10 pound jumps is a good start. Once proper form begins to break, squat and deadlift should increase by 5 pounds and the bench press and the overhead press should increase by 1 to 2 pounds. You will have to use micro loading plates to do a 1 to 2 pound increase. Lower body movements will have higher jumps because the lower body is relatively stronger than the upper body and involves more muscle involvement. Women will progress slower than men. Females will improve at faster rates on lower body movements, 5 to 10 pound jump for a couple of weeks, but will require micro loading plates. Smaller plates of 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and 1 pound on upper body movements. Why 5 reps, you ask? Beginners will see the most muscle growth ever in the novice stage. This rep range will help the trainee build muscle as fast as possible. A stronger muscle is a bigger muscle, so doing sets of 12 reps will not have the best results for beginners as doing 5 reps with heavier weight. A weightlifter for 5 reps allows the use of heavier weight to be sufficient for strength. They allow more technique practice with heavier weights. They allow for form correction, thus improving the lifter's technique, and they allow enough work for building muscle and strength. Now that you know how many sets and reps, the next step is to know how much rest to take in between sets. When it comes to lifting heavy weight, you have to rest long enough for the muscle to recuperate, but short enough for the muscle not to get cold. Taking 3 to 5 minutes in between sets is a good place to start. This will allow enough rest for your muscles. Number 4, linear progression. As you learn the movements and proper technique, you will become stronger. In order to keep on adding weight to the bar, the right steps should be taken. These programs are done 3 days out of the week for 1 hour to an hour and a half. These programs allow flexibility, so it's really beneficial for those who have really busy schedules. These programs are taken in this order: A days and B days. A days are squats, overhead press, and deadlift, and B days squat, bench press, and deadlift. They are alternated every workout session. So let's say you're doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday is A day, which is squats, overhead press, and deadlift. Tuesday is an off day for recovery to occur, and an adaptation can occur in which you'll get stronger for the next workout, if of course nutrition, sleep, calories, and water consumption is on check. Wednesday is B day, which is squats, bench press, and deadlifts. Thursday is off again for recovery, and Friday A day, which is squats, overhead press, and deadlifts. Saturdays and Sundays are for recovery. The next workout, which is Monday, is B day, which is squats, bench press, and deadlifts, and so on and so forth. After the trainee has learned proper form, the lifter can add another movement like the power clean and alternate it every week with the deadlift. Now, every workout that you do has to have an increase in weight. Going back to what I was saying about the 5 to 10 pound jumps. Start by adding 10 pounds to your deadlifts and squats for both male and female. If 10 pounds is too much to the point that proper form is compromised, then do 5 pound jumps. So when you're loading the bar, a 10 pound increase would be 5 pounds on one end of the bar and 5 pounds on the other end. If you're doing a 5 pound increment, a 2.5 plate will be added to the end of the bar and another 2.5 to the other end. Note, some gyms only have 5 pound plates. You will have to buy your own 2.5 pound plates to create a 5 pound jump. For the bench press and the overhead press, do 2.5 to 5 pound increases. For most women, doing 2.5 to 5 pound increases will be too heavy, so they may have to do 1 to 2 pound jump. In order to become stronger on the bench press and overhead press, micro loading plates are a must for both men and women. In order to load the bar with a 2.5 increase, a 1 pound plate plus a 0.25 pound plate has to be added on each end of the bar, in which it will be a 2.5 increase. The problem with this is that most gyms don't have micro plates, so you will have to buy your own or make your own. Micro loading can be pricey. I've seen sites selling their 1 pound pair of plates for $20, but they are worth every penny. If you would like to save money, I will provide a link so that you can create your own for as little as $7, depending to which hardware store you go to. Now, as I mentioned before, every workout session has to increase in weight in order for strength to occur. Let's say Monday you do 135 pounds for squats, 100 pounds for the bench press, and 140 pounds for the deadlift. The next workout session, you will increase the weight. This goes back to the proper jumps for the parent movements. 5 to 10 pounds for squats and deadlifts, and 2.5 to 5 pounds for the bench press and the overhead press. Looks like this. Let's say on Monday you squat 135 pounds, 100 pounds for the bench press, and 140 pounds for the deadlift. The next workout session, Wednesday, you'll increase the weight by 5 pounds on the squat, which is 140 pounds for the squat, and this time it's the overhead press, which you do, for example, 95 pounds, and 145 pounds for the deadlift. This is plus the 5 pounds from the last workout session. And Friday, you will increase the weight again for 5 pounds. For squats, you'll be doing 145 pounds, 105 pounds for the bench press, and for the deadlift, you'll be doing 150 pounds. Now, keep the movements in this order. First the squat, because it requires more muscle involvement than the other movements due to the range of motion it requires. Then an upper body lift in between the squat and deadlift so that the lower body can have enough rest when going from squats to deadlifts. The lower body will feel fresher due to the space in between both lower body movements. At some point, you will experience a plateau, meaning you will not be able to increase the weight and you will have to find a way to break that plateau. I will be making a separate video on how to break plateaus so that you can keep on building muscle and strength. There you have it, guys, 4 critical points that will help you build muscle and strength in the shortest amount of time. The programs mentioned in this video are meant for those who are starting out lifting weights as beginners and want to build muscle fast, but intermediates and advanced lifters also benefit from doing sets of 5 reps. In fact, most advanced lifters keep doing sets of 5 throughout their entire lifting career, but for intermediates and advanced lifters, their linear progression is way different than a novice. Thanks for taking the time, God bless, and don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and share it with others trying to build muscle. Also, let your Spanish speaking friends about my Spanish YouTube channel, which covers the same content. Link will be in the description. Till next time.